Hi guys, something came to my attention on Telegram. Somebody says my config ADT is so big. So when we create all these tools, ArcoLinux tweak tool, ArcoLinux desktop trasher, we don't want to lose any of the data, right? When we do a skel, we overwrite everything that's in the .config, and there is always a backup from the skel, backup and a backup and a backup. So if your .config, and now that's of course an important thing, if your config is getting big, 2.2 gigabytes, every single time he's gonna make a backup of 2.2 gigabytes. So it depends. If you have 10 of these guys, you have already 20 gigabytes, right? So it's entirely up to the user to decide if he's happy with the latest skel. If he does a skel, there is no obligation to do skel whatsoever. But it's interesting to compare one backup with the other. What changed, right? What's not the same? We don't want to know what's the same. We want to know what's different. So it's going through 2.2 gigabytes on one end and 2.2 gigabytes on the other end to see what's different. Oh, so then you can navigate or find maybe lost data, awesome configuration, a polybar configuration, anything you have been fiddling with is in the backup. But at some point in time, you may say that one, that one, that one, it all can go. And as you see, I make my manual copy paste, right? So a Control C. If you think this is it, this is what I like, Control C, Control V. Up, and I've made another copy. As simple as that, Control C, Control V. And then you give it a nice name so you still remember what it was all about, right? So here I have my own personal backups here as well. Config, my backup. Config, this is all mine, right? I don't know anymore what it is. But that's the point. Make backups of your .config, for sure. Certainly if you've done a lot of work before stopping everything, shutting down the computer, always make backups. Put it online. GitHub, in drives, USBs. Play safe. So the other thing is the ADT. ADT stands for ArcoLinux Desktop Trasher. What's in here? The bin is in here. The share is in here. Okay. Packages that are backupped. ADT. More packages that I've deleted at some point in time, right? But they're here just as a safeguard. Don't need them anymore because everything is just fine. You can just click this, and that's the point. Somebody says on Telegram, I can't delete this. I'm gonna delete this permanently. Yes to all. Directory not empty. Okay, now I see the problem. And then there's the config ArcoLinux tweak tool, another one. Well, lots of things in there. One of those files, well, first let's have a look at inside. So that's the .config. You see already the plank is here, Qt5 is here, XS, that's the .config. You see the content, you recognize the content. That's basically .config. But again, if the .config is big, 2.8 gigabytes, then it grows and grows and grows on you. Same applies here. Can we delete it? Delete. Yes to all. Directory not empty. So what do we do? Well, let's go and delete this. First things first. I open a terminal here. I'm gonna have a look. Is the backup from me? That's something we need to check. Is the config ADT from me? No, it's not. It's from root. You see? So, and that's the problem. That's why we should make some change in ATT and ADT to quickly change the modus. So change the ownership better. Change ch own, right? So then everything will be working just fine. Now I need to become root. And root is nothing more than saying sudo. So sudo remove me -R recursively something. There are lots of possibilities I can remove, but I need to remove the one from ATT. Let's go back and have a look. I need to remove, I can't make any mistakes, no mistakes allowed, this guy and that guy, right? Control C. So sudo remove, then I overrule everything, right? Root, sudo remove, and then .config -R, forgot that, recursively .config, and then there's two choices, -ADT, that's gone, takes a while, and the other one is ATT, and that's gone as well after a while. Now on my 2 terabyte of hard disk, I have a free space still of 1 terabyte, so I do not run any risks. But yeah, sure, you need to keep track of these things, that they do not grow out of proportions, and certainly in VirtualBox, where you maybe start off with 20 gigabytes or something like that, it will fill up quite easily. So there you go. Well, without a fix, so it's really is on your name, right? It's Eric, it's not root, and then you don't need to do sudo at all. You just click boom delete, done. All right, cheers.